지우고 싶어 하는 마음을 안 들게 하기 위하여 연필은 피하라고 하고.
알고 있던 동네 뭐 시장 이런 데도 가봤는데 많이 달라진 모습도 있고 옛날 느낌도 있고 그런 것들을 많이 볼 수 있어 좋았던 것 같고, 그리고 그리면서 세세하게 보게 되니까 그러면서 발견하는 재미도 느끼고, 펜 하나만 가지고 있어도 충분히 재밌게 그릴 수 있겠다는 생각이 들어서 네, 앞으로도 좀 해볼 수 있을 것 같아요.
날씨가 좋을 땐 사실 뭘 해도 되게 좋잖아요. 뭐 나들이를 갈 수도 있고 그냥 소풍을 나갈 수도 있고 하루 산책을 나갈 수도 있는데, 이럴 때 밖에 이 날씨를 즐기기에 정말 좋은 거는 종이 하나 하고 펜 하나 들고 앉아서 혼자서 이렇게 끄적끄적 하고 있다 보면 그 시간을 되게 충분히 즐길 수 있는 아마 그런 기회가.
Hello, you're watching Arirang News. It's 6 p.m. December 25th, Christmas Day in South Korea. I'm Oh Soo-young. President Lee Jae-myung and First Lady Kim Hae-kyung today attended a Christmas service at a church in the western city of Incheon. They met the pastors and thanked them for their supportive role for the marginalized people, as well as the outreach to the local community. Later in the day, President Lee attended Mass at Myeongdong Cathedral. Earlier, he took to his social media account, saying that he would do his best to ensure that warmth and hope reach the everyday lives of the people in the coming year. He also highlighted the true meaning of Christmas, noting the birth of Jesus and his life dedicated to the poor and the marginalized. On Christmas Day, churches and cathedrals across South Korea are celebrating the birth of Jesus. At midnight, Myeongdong Cathedral held a service presided over by Archbishop Peter Jong-sun-taek, who prayed that the grace and peace of God would reach all people, especially those living with wounds, loneliness and inequality. The National Council of Churches in Korea said the joy of Christmas should restore love where hatred and division persist. Also, a Christmas service in solidarity with the Palestinian people was held in central Seoul with prayers for an end to war. Other faiths joined the celebrations. The Choge Order of Korean Buddhism lit Christmas lanterns at Chogesa Temple, with its president, the Most Venerable Chinu, offering congratulations on the birth of Jesus. North Korea has once again ramped up tensions on the Korean peninsula, testing new surface-to-air missiles on Christmas Eve. The test was observed by regime leader Kim Jong-un, who then proceeded to inspect a nuclear-powered submarine project. Park Jun-han has the latest.
North Korea announced two major military developments on Thursday, further escalating military tension on the Korean peninsula. South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff announced on Thursday that the military had detected launch signs in advance and tracked several presumed surface-to-air missiles fired from the Sondok area in Gangneung province around 5 p.m. on Wednesday toward the East Sea. Observed by North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, Pyongyang conducted the first test of a new type of high-altitude, long-range surface-to-air missile system over the East Sea. Kim congratulated those who participated in the test, which was presented as a standard procedure to enhance the country's air defense capabilities. While a joint analysis with U.S. intelligence is underway, the Joint Chiefs of Staff stressed its robust allied deterrence posture against any potential provocations by the North. Also on Thursday, Kim Jong-un visited a shipyard that is allegedly constructing an 8,700-ton nuclear-powered strategic guided missile submarine. The North Korean state-run Korean Central News Agency quoted Kim as sharply criticizing South Korea's plan to develop nuclear-powered submarines. Kim said the plan, under the approval of the U.S., would further destabilize the Korean peninsula. He described the move as an aggressive act that seriously infringes on North Korea's national security and maritime sovereignty, adding that Pyongyang views it as a security threat that must be met with a response. Kim's observation of the missile tests and visiting the nuclear submarine project were widely seen as efforts to reiterate to South Korea and the United States that denuclearization is impossible. It also serves as a way to highlight deterrence capabilities through propaganda, claiming progress in building submarines with long-endurance submerged operations and nuclear strike capabilities. Park Jun-han, Arirang News.
Korean shipbuilder Hana says preparations are already underway at its Philadelphia shipyard to build nuclear-powered submarines for the United States Navy. The announcement came on Monday local time during a briefing with South Korean reporters at the shipyard. Tom Anderson, president of Hana Defense USA and a former US Navy Rear Admiral, said Hana Philly shipyard has already begun preparatory work for building nuclear-powered submarines, with work underway to expand the workforce, improve production efficiency, invest in facilities, and transfer best practices and technologies from Korean shipyards. This disclosure was made as US President Donald Trump unveiled plans for a so-called Golden Fleet, part of a broader push to revive America's domestic shipbuilding industry, with Hana Shipyard named as a key partner. The Bank of Korea said it will decide on potential interest rate cuts next year based on inflation, growth, metropolitan area housing prices, and exchange rates. This is according to the central bank's monetary policy for 2026, released on Thursday. The BOK expects inflation to hover around its 2% target, but warns of upward pressure from high foreign exchange rates and stronger domestic demand. The bank, however, said the growth outlook is subject to volatility amid changes in the economic environment and the semiconductor demand cycle. It added that it will strengthen monitoring and risk management of financial and foreign exchange markets and the financial system, as well as implement market stabilization measures promptly when necessary. That's all we have for this Christmas evening. Arirang News will be back with our regular programming at 10 a.m. Korea time on Friday. Thank you very much for watching and have a very Merry Christmas.